All right. You know how sometimes the most important things are just kind of hiding in plain sight? Things we see every day, especially here in the Midwest around our beloved Sioux Falls, but we totally overlook them.
Yeah, definitely. Like maybe that one pothole you always forget about until you hit it.
Huh. Maybe. But I'm thinking about something, well, greener, or actually more like bluish green. It's everywhere, quietly doing some really, really important work. Any ideas?
Bluish green. Not the river after a big rain. No, is it a plant?
It is. Today, we're doing a deep dive into something called Western wheatgrass. You might have heard it called blue stem or maybe blue joint wheatgrass.
Ah, okay. We know.
And here's the really cool part. It's not just any old grass. It's actually South Dakota's official state grass. They adopted it way back in 1970.
That's right. And not just us, North Dakota and Wyoming picked it too. So yeah, our mission for this deep dive is to unpack why this prairie backbone, as some call it, is so much more than just, lawn filler.
Yeah.
Our research and just stuff we know from being around here has uncovered some, honestly, pretty fascinating things about its ecological role, its value for farming, and even how it connects right back here to Sioux Falls.
You might be surprised. You've probably driven past tons of it without even realizing.
Oh, for sure.
So let's start with the official stuff. Why did the state legislature back in '70 decide, yep, this grass gets the title? What made Western wheatgrass stand out?
Well, the main reason was to really honor its huge ecological importance. I mean, its resilience is incredible, and it plays such a crucial role in restoring our native prairies. It's like foundational.
Foundational, I like that. Okay, so for those of us, myself included sometimes, who think, grass is grass,
Yeah.
what makes this one look different? If I'm walking out in the field, how do I spot it?
That's fair. A lot of grasses do kind of blend together, but Western wheatgrass, it usually grows about 1 to 3 feet tall. So decent height, and the color is key. It's got this distinct bluish-green tint to its leaves, which are pretty flat. And here's a little detail to look for. Right where the leaf blade wraps around the stem, there are these tiny sort of ear-shaped things called auricles. They kind of clasp the stem.
Molecles,
Yeah.
like little ears. Got it.
Yeah, exactly. And its seed head isn't loose and feathery. It's a stiff spike, usually, 2 to 6 inches long. Gives it a kind of sturdy look.
So bluish green, clasping ears, stiff spike. Not just a generic green blur. All right. Where does this tough guy like to grow? Is it picky?
Not really. That's one of its superpowers. It's native all across the Great Plains, and it's super adaptable. You'll find it in heavy clay soils, sandy loams, you name it. It even does okay in spots that get occasionally flooded.
Wow.
And get this, it can handle saline soils, salty ground where most plants struggle. Plus, it deals with poorly drained spots and drought. It can get by on just 10 to 20 inches of rain a year.
10 inches. That's really not much. Talk about resilience.
Exactly. That toughness is a huge part of its story.
Okay, so it's tough and looks distinct. But you mentioned superpowers. Let's dig into that. What about its role in, say, farming and ranching?
Right. This is huge. It's actually really palatable for animals, meaning they like to eat it, and it's packed with nutrients, especially in the springtime.
So good food for...
For pretty much all the grazers. Cattle, horses, sheep love it, and wildlife too. Elk, deer, antelope, they all rely on it. It provides good forage through a lot of the year.
So it's not just surviving out there. It's actually providing quality food. Is it useful beyond just letting animals graze on it live?
Oh, yeah. It's excellent for winter grazing, standing forage. And if you get enough moisture, it makes really good hay. That gives ranchers a lot of flexibility for feed.
Okay, that makes sense. Valuable for livestock. But you also called it an ecological engineer. That sounds pretty major for a grass. How does that work?
It really is major. It's all about what's happening underground. Western wheatgrass has this incredibly strong network of rhizomes. Those are underground stems, basically.
Right, rhizomes.
And these rhizomes spread out and weave together to form this super dense sod. It's like a living mat holding everything together. Think of it as like nature's rebar for the prairie soil.
Nature's rebar. I love that visual. So that thick sod, what does it do?
It does a ton. Primarily, it locks the soil down, preventing erosion from wind and water. This makes it absolutely invaluable for keeping rangelands healthy and for reclaiming land that's been disturbed.
Okay, so it holds the ground together. That's huge.
It is, and because of that, it's considered a keystone species in grassland restoration. It helps rebuild the whole ecosystem, supporting other plants, insects, and wildlife. It's just incredibly resilient itself. It can handle moderate grazing, drought, even fire when it's dormant.
Fire too, wow.
Yeah, and floods, like we mentioned, and those tough saline or sodic soils, soils high in salt or sodium that kill most plants. That rhizome system lets it creep back in and heal disturbed areas. Think about roadsides, old mine sites, ditch banks, fields prone to washing out. It's a real workhorse.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So much impact from one plant.
Yeah.
Let's bring it home, though. How does this connect to us right here in Sioux Falls and the surrounding area? How is it used today?
Well, in modern farming and ranching, it's definitely used in rotational grazing systems. Letting it rest helps keep the soil moist and the plant healthy.
Okay.
And you see real-world examples all over South Dakota. Ranchers, like the folks at Daybreak Ranch, they're known for really innovative, sustainable practices. They actively plant western wheatgrass. Why? To make their pastures more productive, more stable, and way more resilient to drought.
And it's not just ranchers doing their own thing, right? Are there bigger organizations promoting it?
Absolutely. Groups like SDSU Extension and the NRCS and the Natural Resources Conservation Service, they heavily promote it.
Yeah.
For rangeland health, for reclamation projects,
Yeah.
and interestingly, even for urban uses, like low water landscaping, trying to use less water in our yards and public spaces.
So it's not just out on the range.
Nope. And you can kind of see the connection, or at least the same principle, in some city efforts here in Sioux Falls. Think about the Tree City USA program, or the city's general push towards using more native plants and better erosion control and landscaping. Western wheatgrass embodies that resilient, sustainable approach.
And here's something really local I learned. You know, the farmsteads just outside Sioux Falls, like on Brandon, T, Crooks.
Yeah, sure.
Apparently, many of them use western wheatgrass in their windbreaks, those lines of trees and shrubs, and also mix it into their pasture seedings. So tons of us are driving past our state grass in action every single day and probably have no idea.
It's totally true. It blends right in, doing its job.
Yeah.
And even more directly, those SDSU extension workshops. For landowners here in the southeastern South Dakota,
Right.
they often hold those workshops right here in Sioux Falls. And guess what they sometimes feature in the demonstration plots or erosion control examples?
Let me guess. Western wheatgrass.
You got it. They showcase it right here in our community, teaching people how to use it effectively. It's practical knowledge being shared locally.
That's really cool. Okay, before we wrap this deep dive, let's hit some quick, maybe surprising facts about it. Give us the rapid fire round.
All right, quick hits. First off, it greens up really early, like early April, but matures midsummer. That timing is perfect for rotating livestock through pastures from spring into fall.
Nice. What else?
Okay, second. While it might seem a little slow to establish at first, when you first plant it, once it gets going, those rhizomes spread like crazy and form that super thick sod over time. It's kind of patient, then persistent.
Patient, then persistent. I like that. Keep them coming.
Third, and this is pretty amazing, it can handle both serious drought and spring flooding. That dual tolerance makes it a top pick for those really challenging saline sodic soils we talked about.
Drought and flood. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, one last one, just to clarify. It's not some aggressive weed that's going to take over your nice city lawn or shady backyard flower bed. It really prefers open, sunny areas. So it's best suited for what it does best: prairie restoration and low-water native landscaping.
Good to know. So it stays in its lane, basically. It really shows you can't judge a grass by its appearance, can you?
Not at all.
Which brings us to a final thought for you, listening out there. As you go about your day, maybe driving around Sioux Falls or just looking at your surroundings, what other seemingly simple, everyday things might be hiding a deeper story? A story of resilience or purpose or community impact, just like our humble western wheatgrass.
Yeah, something to think about, right? Because western wheatgrass, it really is more than just grass. It's kind of the silent backbone of our whole South Dakota prairie ecosystem.
Couldn't have said it better. Its presence everywhere. Pastures, roadsides, reclaimed land. It tells this ongoing story of resilience, stability, and, honestly, stewardship. It connects our heritage with a commitment to keeping our land healthy for the future.
Well said. And thank you, everyone, for joining us on this little journey today. It's always fun exploring these things, sharing some education, and just, building our community here in this wonderful town of Sioux Falls.
We really appreciate you tuning in. And hey, don't forget, you can always check us out on social media. Just head over to yourseasonagent.com for more insights and info. Thanks again.